I just can't take it anymore. Have you ever uttered those words? Have you ever voiced anything similar to that indicates you are just fed up and you feel like you're at your wit's end and you need change? I'm Dr. David Hawkins, director of the Marriage Recovery Center and the Emotional Abuse Institute. And I want to talk about what happens when we reach our wit's end and we need change. Now, unfortunately, I just can't take it anymore is a vague complaint. It's a vague complaint. Is it true? Is it honest? It is true. It is honest. And it's very, very concerning, but it's vague. It's not specific. I have 3 points that I want you to really, really consider. Now, click that subscribe button, share this video with others. If you have felt this sentiment, I just can't take it anymore. If this fits you, you're going to want to listen to this. All right. 3 main points. I just can't take it anymore is a complaint, but it's just that. It's a complaint. Now, do we have the right to make a complaint? Of course we do. Of course we do. But we need to understand that it's a vague complaint. I heard a woman say that to me just the other day. She looked at me and she was crying and she said, "Dr. Hawkins, I just can't take it anymore." And I said, "I'm hearing you. What does it mean?" And she says, I just can't take it anymore. And I said, again, I hear you. I hear that you're just fed up, but what exactly does it mean? And I didn't mean to be provocative with her, other than I want her to think about what exactly does it mean. And this can happen to a man too, who is feeling this sentiment. I just can't take it anymore. Point number 1, a complaint is just that. It's a complaint. So what does that mean? That point number 2, to be effective, the concern must be specific. What is it that I can't take anymore? When I say I just can't take it anymore, what's the it? And then we become specific and we collect our thoughts and we think, I can't take being dismissed and evaluated in a negative light or invalidated in a negative way. I can't take that anymore. Okay, now we're getting more specific. I can't take being dismissed, having our thoughts mind read and being diminished and being our thoughts and concerns being invalidated. I can't take that anymore. All right, now that's more specific. So point number 1, a complaint is that, a complaint. It's just a complaint. It's expressing sentiment. Point number 2, to be effective, the complaint must be specific. What is it that I can't take anymore? And then point number 3, most important, folks, most important. Your specific complaint needs to be followed by a natural consequence. What does that mean? It could sound like this. When I share a concern with you, I want you to hear it, I want you to empathize with it, and I want you to validate my experience. Now, does that automatically mean it will happen? No, but it sets up the possibility that it will happen. Because if I look at my mate or someone and say, I just can't take this anymore, way too vague, way too vague. And even saying, I just can't take being invalidated anymore, that could end up being too vague too if it's not followed by a specific action and a specific consequence. If you invalidate my concerns, I'm going to bring it to your attention. I'm going to tell you that I feel invalidated. And if you invalidate me again, I'm going to say I'm still feeling invalidated. And I may stop the conversation. I'm not going to argue with you, but I'm not going to keep talking with you. Let me bring up another example. Perhaps you're concerned about your mate's angry eruptions. And if you say or think, I just can't take it anymore, and you're not specific, that won't be helpful. But if you say, I want to bring something to your attention. When you talk angrily to me, when you raise your voice and when you call me names, okay, very specific, I feel very diminished and very disrespected. Okay, now we're tagging a feeling with the action. Very good. An observable event. When you call me names, which you just did, I'm going to bring that to your attention. I'm going to tell you I don't like it. And then I'm going to give you a natural consequence. I'm going to tell you I'm going to step away from the conversation. I'm going to tell you I don't like being name called, and I won't sit with it. If I sense that you're trying to harm me, I'm going to pull away from the relationship. All right. Whatever you decide, and this is something to really think about, whether you're in an abusive relationship, whether you're in a troubled relationship, whatever's happening in your life, I just can't take it anymore is way too vague. I want you to be specific. I want you to understand the 3 points. Number one, again, a complaint is it's just a complaint. Number two, for a complaint to be effective, it's got to be very specific, ideally tied to an observable event. When you name call, when you walk out of the room, when you tell me that I shouldn't feel the way I'm feeling, tied to an observable event, and then followed up, point number three, followed by a natural consequence to that event. Last point. It is consistency that convinces. So you will have to do this recipe again and again and again and again. Don't think that you're going to disrupt a long-standing pattern in one fell swoop. But I can assure you, if you'll do this again and again and again, it will have an impact. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your criticisms. I want to hear your concerns. And as always, if you would like help from us at the Marriage Recovery Center and Emotional Abuse Institute, click on the link where you will talk to our client care team and they will help you find the help that you so desperately may need. All right, take care, and as always, God bless.